Hello, friends. D. Roy Everett, Derek Roy Everett the third here, and you're listening to DeathPiles and Taxes, episode number 18.
And I would be Frederick Adam the Fourth.
Frederick Adam of Hollywood the Fourth, Gary Coleman, proud home owner of her. Is that a word?
Neighbor of her.
Neighbor of her. Well, when you have so much property, you know, it's just hard to know what's yours and what's theirs. So
we live right by each other.
Well, by right by. We're a country mile or two away.
I about walked by your house this morning on my new daily walk.
Oh, well, you didn't tell me you had a daily walk regimen.
I just started today.
Well, well, that's good to know. Anyways, if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably wanting to learn about taxes or eBay, right?
I hope so, or just here to have a good time.
Here to have a good time. Hey, before we get into that, though, I do have a serious matter, if I can address it.
Okay, let's get that serious matter.
This is for real serious. I know we kid around and stuff a lot, but
I don't know where this is going.
Mental health, my friend. Last Thursday, I had a coworker who decided that they no longer wanted to live on the earth and went ahead and took their own life. So I thought it would be important, because I know a lot of these people, we're working by ourselves, we can get lonely, or, you know, it's the internet, you know how people are. So I thought it would be important to tell people that they are loved, and that, you know, no matter how depressed or whatever it is, reach out and get help if you need help.
Well, that wasn't where I thought you were going to start, but
no, I thought we can get into the fun stuff later, but I thought we'd do the hard stuff first. And I wanted to give out the National Suicide Prevention Hotline.
Well, I appreciate that. What's that number?
It's going to be 1-800-273-8255.
Wow, that's a real serious number.
That's real serious. So if you're out there, you're having problems, you're having struggles, me and Adam care about you. You got people in your life that care about you, and get you some help.
Well, shoot us a tweet, shoot us anything. We'd love to chat.
We love to chat, we love to help you out, but seriously, you and a loved one, anything like that, reach out for help. It's a serious issue, and it's been a weird week at work because, you know, that kind of stuff happens, and you don't know exactly what to do.
Wow. Okay.
So, anyways, throwing that out there. Now we can get into the fun part of the show, but just take care of yourself. Mental illness is a real thing, and people have struggles, and keep fighting the good fight.
Well, and that even, I mean, I know it's one of those things that we talk about it all often, but death is a part of life, and it's going to happen.
It is, but hopefully a little later than sooner, my friends.
Yes.
And hopefully it's because it's your time to go, and it's not a choice that you make because of depression or anything like that. So
hopefully it's one of those things you can openly discuss so that it isn't become an issue. So
get you some help.
Well, shout out to a friend from the old work.
So here's a we'll get into some fun stuff there. Look what I got.
Is that your ankle bracelet?
It's not an ankle bracelet. It's an official eBay visitor's badge. I was an official guest of eBay to their corporate offices.
How do I know you didn't buy that on eBay?
Because it was Thursday, May 14th at 6:50 p.m., as you can see there.
Don't they have that quick shipping?
Well, I guess they might overnight it, but
so
name and all, my friend.
So you got a visitor badge. What in the heck is that about, my friend?
Well, I was trying to talk you into going to the seller meetup group, if you remember. And you kept saying, yeah, we're there, we're going. Well, time to go, and Derek has to go without you. So I go up there, and not only do I get this nice name badge, but I got all sorts of inside information from people that work at eBay, and I won a raffle.
You got some swag, huh?
So I come home with an eBay shirt from the eBay Open last year.
Ooh.
What else did I get here? A mouse pad, some mints, eBay motor mints.
Could I snag one of those?
I haven't opened them yet. I think I'm going to sell them on eBay. Some headphones here with eBay on.
Like it.
So, my friend, next month, you better be there. They're going to have a people from the post office come and talk to us next month.
People from the post office? Newman's coming?
Like the big wigs. And they said we have to be nice, but we're going to be able to ask all of our questions. As you know, I may or may not have, and by that I mean I definitely have, had a few run-ins with postal officers, we'll call them.
I got something I need to share about your experience. I would have loved to have gone, and like I says, I think it would have been a great thing. It was on the calendar. Want to do it. Sign us up for next time, but I got something I need to share with you.
Uh-oh, what you got?
Hopefully this is going to work.
It's always good to say hopefully it's going to work.
Grumpy, I forgot that you asked me to help you move some stuff after the show. I am up in Provo. I had an epiphany of where I saw those flavor shots that I've been trying to hit at Starbucks. And too bad those count. So I just took off, and I got just about here and remembered that you asked me that. So if you still need help, let me know, or I can turn around or something. But I totally spaced that. So let me know. I'm sorry about that. I'll be back in like an hour probably, or by some other time or whatever. Sorry, man.
Hey, that's why you don't leave messages.
Right.
Oh, there it goes again. Yeah, so last week after the show, I got a little excited, man. We were talking some good things. I had to go source while the iron was hot.
I gave you some bolos, and you were bow fast on those.
I thought, I know exactly where I saw those, and I found some stuff. Found out what time Starbucks closes around here too, and apparently it was after our show was done.
Well, I got that, and I about fell over because it was just funny. It was just fun. It just hit me funny.
Well, I'm glad you found it funny because I did promise to come help you move, and then by the time I realized I was about 40 miles away.
That's okay.
And I'm sure you still got moved, so.
I did. I appreciate that. So
what you got feedback-wise from last week? What we hearing? What's going on?
you want to know something really good?
Oh, always.
Well, we got an avid good listener now.
An avid good listener.
Well, we got several, but let's just say our friend Brian, he was so pumped up about his finds, he had to stop by the office about an hour ago.
He should have stayed and been on the show.
I thought about it after I left, and I was, man, I should have told him to stay.
What's he finding? What's he doing?
Man, he hit up the local thrift store, and he made it a habit, kind of stopped there.
Oh, these local thrift stores. I'm having to go further and further. I have to drive after the show to find my stuff before you people snag it up from underneath me.
Hey, you got to be on the lookout for those McDonald mats.
So what?
250.
So local thrift store, all right.
Found some really cool old coffee mugs and plates from 1979 that were like Hershey Kisses.
Okay.
Like Hershey,
yeah.
Man, they were really cool. There's like 15 of them.
Also like a set kind of a thing.
And so you know what he did?
Yeah, he bought them.
All of them.
That's right. You go all in. Sometimes you get the cards and you got to go all in, my friend.
So, a good question. Like I said, I was like, holy crap. And he looked it up. He says, yeah, man, I'm buying for these like 50 cents a buck a piece. I'm like, heck yeah. Shipping. What would you suggest on something like that? On like a coffee mug or like a plate?
I'm glad you asked. And we had, if you'd been at the eBay seller group, we went over shipping in China and meaning the Chinaware.
I think you meant global shipping.
Not global, but like the fine China.
Ooh.
I was actually listening to another show today, and there was a lady that's selling coffee mugs for about $50 a piece if she can get the right ones.
Did you hear that, Brian? $50 a piece.
So don't be afraid to price them a little high. There's collectors out there. When it comes to coffee mugs, people want the unique, the weird, the Viagra or the rare Starbucks ones or Hershey Kisses, things that people collect or like want to put on their desk so when people come by they get a chuckle.
Well, these are pretty sweet.
So what I've done before is you get you some cardboard and you wrap it in the cardboard and tape it up real good. Get you some bubble wrap it real good, and then you'll go onto the USPS.com and you can get you the flat rate envelopes for free. You want to get the excuse me, I'm kind of having some allergy problems and stuff too, so I'm trying to breathe and do this all at the same time. You want to get you the bubble wrap priority mailers, and those are free.
Bubble wrap priority mailers.
So order you a bundle of those, couple bundles of those. So once you get it wrapped really, really tightly, really good with that cardboard base, and the if you can, I'd put some more bubble wrap around it. Put it in that bubble wrap mailer, and that's going to do two things. That's going to be a priority if it fits at ship's price. So I think it's like $7.50, something like that.
Okay. Also,
you're going to be automatically insured with it being priority for like, I think it's $50. So if it breaks or whatever, you're going to be covered. Two, they're pretty durable. So if you wrap it good and tight, put that cardboard and stuff around it. I've mailed a few coffee mugs that way, never had issues. But you're going to want to make sure it's tight, secure. That way you're covered with your insurance. You don't have to pay extra insurance. It's priority. It's going to be there 2 to 3 days. They take better care of that. And you just put on the cost to your buyer or build it in there.
So just to make sure I'm clear on that, is I'm going to put it in as a cardboard around it, just like wrapped like normal cardboard?
Yeah, I'd get regular cardboard like from a box or something.
Yeah.
And wrap it around it and then tape it really, really tight.
Okay, so you're going to just take some cardboard, tape it around the mug, and then put it in the padded priority mailer.
Padded priority mailer, or if you can get some extra bubble wrap and put it around it or put it in the edges, in the ends.
Gotcha.
So it's nice, tight, and secure.
Okay.
Put it in the bubble mailer. You can get that from the post office for free on the USPS.com. They have a bunch of free shipping supplies there.
So you got to go to the website, not down to my local store. Right?
No, not down to the local store. They have a priority envelope too
like it.
that you can put like pants and stuff in.
I like
and it's one of
it.
those, if it fits, it ships type deals. So you're going to want to go ahead and put that in there. And I think it might have went up. It's somewhere between $7.50 and $8 to ship that.
So there you go. There's our instant feedback, Brian. Appreciate it.
And
Keep
then
doing what you're doing.
The plates, that might be a little more tricky.
Yeah.
You might need to get some boxes and kind of do what a lot of people do is they'll do what's called a double box method.
Okay.
I haven't shipped a lot of plates, I'll be honest.
Did you say double bag method?
Double box, not your prom night. Not what the stories you used to tell me about that you had double bagging methods.
I said double box. That's what you said.
Double box. So what you're going to want to do is, again, wrap it in some bubble, probably put it in some tight cardboard, get it real nice and secure and tight, and then get another bigger box. You can put in some bubble wrap or some peanuts, that kind of thing. So it kind of is like covering. It's, so if it bounces and stuff, it's not going to break. Tape that up real tight, and that's your double boxer right there.
That's a good idea, man. You've obviously done this before.
I've done a little bit. Yeah, that has to be worth your time. You have to think the shipping cost and how much that's going to take in your time to actually package that. So you're going to make sure that you
well, there you go.
You price that right so that you can obviously make it worth your time to do that package and do that extra mile stuff.
Well, there you go. So there's your quick tip. Tip.
That's my recommendation. I mean, you can also go on YouTube and look. There's a million videos out there for different techniques and tried true methods. But
well, that's your hot tip. So what do you got for me now, my friend?
What do I got for you?
I know you said, I want to elaborate a little bit more on this eBay type thing. How did you find out about it? Like, is this a mailing list that they sent you to come, hey, check out our event at the office? Or how do you know?
It's a seller group. So if you go to meetup.com, I believe it is, and just type in eBay seller group or meeting group and your area, so your state or whatever, it'll pop up usually a bunch of different ones. We're just lucky that where we're in the Utah area, they happen to have an office here. So if you're in San Jose, they got the big office over there. And here we have a call center type office, but it's a huge campus. And you just go, and they have monthly meetings every second Tuesday is what ours is. But depending on where you are, they'll be at different times and stuff. And you find people that have, eBay selling stores doing the same kind of stuff that we're doing. And you're able to share some tips and tricks and what's working for people. Have some classes, have some speakers, all that kind of stuff.
We got a summer family barbecue and potluck for eBay stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't going to invite you to that. I said you bring your kids and stuff, and I thought, well, if you're not coming to the meetings, I'm not going to let you come up to this big barbecue.
Man, we got 24 coming.
Yeah, it's up in the Salt Lake area on that one. They discussed that the other day. That's the headquarters that we went to. They can't see that on the podcast, but I can see your desk across from me. So,
well, that sounds like a good thing. So there's another outlet. It's funny because I'm a part of a lot of these. Like I said, all my Facebook feed is about reselling weird stuff, and it's really pretty fun. But a lot of times people are on there saying, "What should I sell? What should I sell?" And now you get people in there saying, "Why am I going to tell you what I sell?" And then you get other people like, "Dude, it doesn't matter." I think we're pretty open about, a lot of the stuff we're selling because, let's be honest, you could have a thrift store and every time you go in there, there's something that's going to be different.
Well, yeah, it's what am I selling? You might not want to give all the details. That's the nice thing about this group is you go up and we sell clothes, we thrift, or we go to yard sales, and you might not give up all your secrets, but you can talk to people and see what's working for them. People understand what you're doing as well, so it's kind of nice just to talk to people and not have to explain, soup to nuts on how you're doing this thing. They're in the process too. And one of the things we talked about yesterday was like inventory, shipping, that kind of stuff, so you can see what other people are doing, how they're managing it, and if it works for you, you can adapt it. If not, you just got another tactic. It doesn't really hurt, and you can share your ideas.
So when you say you're meeting with people, like you're meeting with actual other human beings, correct?
Oh, yeah. Like, there's a bunch of people that come to the group. There's eBay workers. I mean, I talked to an eBay employee about SEO yesterday.
So
how to make my search engine work better for me in the searches on eBay. That's what he does for a job.
You're not talking trolls. Like, you're not trolling people on the internet. It's like real human beings.
Real human beings.
See, that's the difference. Is a lot of times in these groups, text messages, wording, it doesn't come across sometimes what you really mean.
Well, the online is kind of nice to have that community support and stuff, but yeah, sometimes people are just messing with you, and the new person comes in and says, hey, what should I buy? And everyone always says, Beanie Babies, VHS tapes, and they're just having to chuckle with themselves, but this new person doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Or they're just messing with somebody because they don't want you taking my stuff. But like you're saying, you just went to the thrift store. I went sourcing last week. Our good buddy was out and found mugs. I mean, there's plenty, and that's just in our little area.
There's lots of opportunities to find stuff.
So I have that mindset. There's plenty out there, and when somebody says, "What should I sell?" What are you interested in? What are some of your hobbies? Start there. What do you know about?
I know you shouldn't covet another man's pile, but what do you think of my pile over there?
Man, that's one nice pile.
I'm telling you, I get it. Like, the buying's the fun part. I can see, like, listing, but that's the only way you're going to make money, to buy more stuff.
Well, you make the money when you buy it, right? So you buy something for $2 and it sells for $20.
Yeah.
That's $18, obviously. So you kind of do that. But that's the other thing with the online. So you look at the YouTube haul videos or whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone says, it's kind of like when you're watching the Storage Wars and it's like, oh, this is worth $50. Yeah. Oh, this is worth $20, $25 all day here. And it's like, well, not until it sells, right?
Yep.
And all of a sudden you start selling stuff and it's like that $25. Oh, you took a $15 offer because it sat for a year. Yeah. So I'm more into the... it's fun to watch those videos and learn, but I'm more into what did you actually get.
Yes.
And then you can kind of do that math. But no, obviously going out and trying to find the stuff, that's the fun part. That's the treasure hunting. That's the... that's the easy part.
Yeah.
It's the selling it, putting it up, dealing with people offers and shipping. That's where it gets a little hairier.
Well, we had a strange one this week that I was going to go over with you. Sold some pants, my wife did, and the lady sent a picture back saying, hey, the pants you gave me, the zipper's broken. She sent a picture back and it weren't even the same pants.
Well, that's good that she sent the picture back.
They weren't even the same pants.
So you're telling me that you sold some ladies a pants, and she sent you a picture with her zipper down of her in the pants.
No. Not even
telling you that there's a problem.
No, I didn't say that. I just said she sent a picture back of the pair of pants, but they were totally different pants.
I politely have responded and said, hey, sorry to see that happened, or whatever. However, this looks like a different pair of pants. Did you buy multiple pairs of pants from different users or sellers? I think you contacted the wrong person. My pants were different, or whatever.
Should have done that.
Something like that.
Should have done what you just said.
Because what people do is they get the dukes up, and you're ready to go to war.
That's a good
because they're going to scam you. Now you have to think de-escalate.
See, we didn't do that. We just says, that's the wrong pair of pants. Instead of saying, hey, I think you might have contacted the wrong... Man, that's people, book note that. That's a big, fat, hot tip there.
There's crazy people out there that buy your stuff. That's just how it happens. And they probably bought 20 pairs of pants that day. And they might have the intention of returning 19 of the 20 pairs of pants. Who knows, right? We don't know. But if there's any of the pictures, and it's obviously not the right ones, you got your pictures on there. eBay has them. But you're going to be nice and polite in your messages, because if it comes fisticuff and you have to contact eBay, when they read your messages, they're going to see, oh, they're professional. Yeah. Oh, they handled that correctly. Yep, that's a different pair of pants. Yep, she bought several pairs of pants. okay, she's in the wrong, we're just going to move along.
So that's what happened, and she filed a complaint. She left a bad review.
Yep.
So obviously we need to take care of it, but that's the thing is what you just said is worth that. I mean, that's $150 tip right there.
Well, because you don't want the bad reviews, and you can get those cleaned up and worked on, and I can go into all that someday about, I've been pretty good about getting negative feedbacks removed, but that's getting tougher to do, or the neutrals, so, and you're dealing with people that, who knows what their state is at the time. They might just be looking for you to say, oh yeah, here's your money back.
But the way you just said it, explain that, is you probably, you may have contacted the wrong seller because you bought a lot of pairs of pants.
And then she said, no, that's the only ones, whatever. I'd say, well, we take returns if that's the case. If you want to send them back, then, that's up to you. I just kind of not work like dragging them to, but yeah, we're open, or contact eBay. We have returns.
Gotcha.
Then if they send it back, then you contact eBay and say, obviously this is the wrong pair of pants. Here's a picture of it. Here's a picture of that.
Yeah.
And you let them be the bad guy.
I love it.
And then you don't get the negative whatever.
De-escalate the situation.
Because, we all know that there's people out there doing that kind of stuff, but you call them out on it and stuff, it can get ugly.
For some reason, there's people out there who spend a ridiculous amount of money on key lime licorice, but we don't ask.
We don't ask, and they give good reviews. And if they said, hey, this is old and expired, one other thing you can do, and this isn't highly recommended, but if you're getting in a fight or whatever, you don't have to answer them right then. You can cool down, think about it, and you can just ignore it. I mean, you can just ignore it.
I like it.
Which, okay, they still might leave you a bad review and say they never talked to me or whatever, or they might just move along.
Yeah.
So I'd probably respond with something just real simple, like I said at first, and then if they said, no, these are the right pants or whatever, I just would ignore it. Because what are they going to do at that point? They can contact eBay or whatever, they can return them. Or if they leave you bad feedback, you can go back over to eBay and say, hey, I told them this, they never contacted me back. You kind of have your messages, make sure you're always responding in eBay messages, because that's the only thing eBay can go off of with these type of things. And you go from there. You live, you learn, right?
Good tips. Good tips right there.
Hey, I got a hot tip for you.
All right, what do we got?
Our boy Waddy.
Ooh, the Waddy update, which yesterday was best day volume-wise. We went and shipped off 5 items yesterday.
You're going to be on that post office list. You need to come to the sellers group and learn how to handle these post office people.
I figure if we sell 5 items a day, 6 days a week, that's 30 items. If we can make, $15 that's some good money, man.
That's not bad. I mean, that's good volume. Buddy Waddy is asking me about the Ormals game.
Ormals, you coming down?
He's threatening to come down. I think he's heard all this good stuff you're finding. He's going to come do a little poaching in your turf.
I'll give him a first-hand tour. We'll go picking together. That's the thing is I barely made it through a part of the store. I've got my fixation on what I do now. Man, I was moving a lot of shirts, and that kind of gets... my
arms get a little sore. You can move through a rack of clothes pretty fast if you need to. I'm pretty.
So he's coming down, huh?
Yeah, apparently he's going to be coming down, going to a ball game. So we might have to have a listener meetup.
Oh, I like it. How about a podcast meetup?
Podcast meetup. I don't know when that is. That's to be determined. I thought you'd be a little more riled up about that.
Oh heck no! I'm all about the competition, man.
Well, here's another bolo for you. Monster Energy tabs.
I heard about that.
That was like the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Tabs.
The little...
the tabs from the Monster
The tabs
Energy.
on top. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with them, but if you've been drinking your Monster Energy drinks, hopefully you've kept your cans, maybe you're recycling them, whatever. Go grab all those tabs off of them and go look at your completes and your solds and get them listed. Probably do that sooner than later because this seems like one of those weird trends that, for whatever reason, they're going for some pretty big bucks right now.
Why do you think that? Like, what are they doing with these tabs?
I wish I knew. I just saw that was something that was selling, and I haven't had a chance to look into it more. Maybe the Monster's doing a contest, or maybe it's one of those things. If you collect them, send them in and get your T-shirts or your hats, something like that.
I could see it being that.
Kind of like your Marlboro jacket that went. When was that? Couple months ago now.
That was my second item I sold.
So
30 bones, man.
Maybe it's something like that. You get a T-shirt or a jacket or something like that. So either way, they were going for some pretty big money.
That's a good idea, man. That's a really good idea.
Oh, also, last week we were talking about that NWO tank top, if you remember.
Wasn't that insane? I'm telling you, the Google machine's got something on you.
Well, I hope it had something on this today, so I take my phone out of the airplane mode after we finished last week's show, and that exact item that we were talking about had sold. So,
cha-ching.
Cha-ching. Money in the bank. So I got some nice jazz memorabilia going for big bucks that hopefully sells right after this podcast.
I like what you did there.
Or some shoes, or some, I don't know, big buck items, big ticket items.
I'll give you another hot tip, okay? One of the things that I've been doing as I've been thrifting, right now, we talked about it a little bit more last week, but I did it this week as part of my coveted pile over here on the couch, jackets. Because people are getting rid of jackets. Who's going to buy jackets in the springtime, although it is raining and it's snowing in California right now?
Well, funny you should say that. The other day I sold a pair of snow boots to a nice lady in Australia.
You know why?
It's winter in Australia.
There you go. Well, technically it's fall. It's the fall equinox.
Okay, she's getting ready for the winter.
She's gearing up.
So yeah, like
Literally
you say, you can go get your jackets and what have you, your coats.
So did you have the global shipping?
Yeah, sure did. I global ship everything.
There
so
you go, man. See, you're well out of the
ball.
ballgame.
I think it was like an $80 pair of boots that I sold, shipped it over to Kentucky, gets over to Australia, warms her little feet, and puts money in my bank account.
You know what I want to do now?
You want to go move to Australia so
No.
you can go swimming?
No, I'm gonna get that pile of mine. I'm gonna get my items listed. So I think I don't know where we're at right now. Let me look. It's not a great podcast, but I know I've got several items listed.
Yeah, you should have several up and going. And it's a good thing. Some people, that's why when people say, oh, I'm not going to list my Christmas items till November, December, or I'm just going to do these seasonal things. There's something called half Halloween or something like that.
Half Halloween, huh?
Apparently that's right now, because we're halfway to Halloween. There's Christmas in July that people do.
I've heard of that.
Then people buy this stuff year-round, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So if you got to list it.
We've got 65 items listed.
That's going good.
I mean, it's not a lot, but it's there. I got to get some more items listed so that we can do more in a month than what you've done in a month.
Bring it.
Bring
her on. That's what we want, right?
I got that pile over there. Like I says, you got enough stuff. I mean, if you can sell 5 things in a day, I mean, it's reality. Like 3 months ago, we could have never thought we're doing this.
Well, and here's the thing. So summer is typically a slower month on eBay.
Okay.
Or season, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
A lot of kids out of school, a lot of vacations happening. People are outside doing stuff. So it's a good time to build up your supply. Like the ant and the grasshopper, if you remember. The parable of the ant and the grasshopper. I'm sure you're aware that the ant was storing up while the grasshopper was out playing, right?
Okay.
Did you not go to school?
I went to school in Nevada.
You're looking at me confused.
We didn't have grasshoppers. We didn't have ants. We had scorpions.
Okay, well, we'll call it the scorpion and the ant. Anyways, I'll have you look this up, and you can recite it to the people. I think it was an Aesop fable, if I remember right.
Who?
Aesop. You graduated college.
So?
You should know this stuff.
I learned about numbers.
Well, this is a numbers game. So the ant stored up for the winter, right?
Okay.
So he had stuff to sustain him throughout the winter. And anyways, with our eBay stores, the summer's the time to be stocking up. So get your stores full, get things ready to go. And then when it comes fall and winter and people are buying gifts, people are going back to school, people are looking to spend money, you're not sitting here with your death pile saying, oh crap, I need to get all this stuff up so that it can sell. It's up there and people are buying from you.
Anything like back to school T-shirts, like I found some stuff yesterday. I think might have to pull out 2 items and gently use them before I sell them again.
Gently use. You got to test out that clothing.
That's right.
That's kind of the nice thing about this is there's been plenty of times or nights I went and said, I'm going to wear that tonight, and then you just go put it back in the pile, right?
I mean, there was some I found for $1.50.
I mean, if nothing else, you got your whole new wardrobe.
I think, and I could switch out my wardrobe every month.
There you go. So, yeah, get that stuff listed. It is the summer, so people that are listening and new to the game, it's going to be a little slower during the summer. That's just the way it is. I mean, it probably depends on what items you're selling. If you're selling boogie boards and swimsuits, it might be a little busier for you sunscreen. I don't know.
It's not that hard. That's the thing, is it's not that hard. We didn't do this. I mean, we're up between both places. We're up to about $700 of sold items.
I'm going to bring your wife in here that does all your listing for you and see if she agrees that it's not that hard.
She's getting faster at it.
I'm sure.
Like, it's enjoyable, too. That's the thing. Well, yeah, there's some pains, but we're just in that learning phase, which we got a little time here. Did you look at the thing I sent you this morning?
Did you get that thing I sent you this morning? You get that thing I sent you this morning?
Sent you a message about Gary V.
No. I don't remember seeing it.
We'll have to post it on our thing.
I've been busier than a one-arm paper hanger last couple weeks, so I apologize for that.
There you go. No, it's essentially listen, if you... we'll talk about it after the break. I'll pull it up. We'll give you a little short snippet. It's that good.
It's that good.
It's that good. And everything that we've been talking about is exactly what he's talking about.
Is it better than an Aesop fable?
Yes. Yes, it is. Nobody really gives a hoot about your grasshopper, nor your ant.
If you know anything about the Aesop fairy tales, fables, and think that Adam's, should know this, add Adam up accounting. Give him a text message, or give him a chat?
Yes, so a chat. But
just chat and say, be an ant instead of a grasshopper.
Before we break, what did you get Barb for Mother's Day?
Well, what did I give Barb for Mother's Day? I gave her a lovely gift is what I gave her.
We talked about this, about doing something nice and buying something on eBay. I did for my mom.
My wife actually bought her, I'm trying to think of what the whole gift set was. It was Greatest Mom in the World, a mug, I believe, with some other items and candies that she likes.
There you go.
I believe that was it. There might have been some more in there somewhere.
Great son you are.
I am a great son. Thank you.
All right, we'll go have a break.
Father's Day's coming up, too. So, if you got a dad, buy him something on eBay from me.
I'm thinking about getting him some apple bottom jeans.
Oh, I already just sold my boots with the fur to the lady in Australia.
There you go. Thanks for listening to Death Pile and Taxes. This is Adam, your tax man. If you're listening to this podcast, hopefully that means you're selling on eBay. There's lots of things that you should know, and that's what we're here to help you. At Adam Up Accounting, we give you all the insights of what you should be keeping track of, the things you can write off, and how you can help improve your tax business so that you can pay as little as possible, but enjoy spending those profits on things that make you happy. Check us out on our website, Adam Up Accounting. Bottom right-hand corner, you can chat with us right there. Thanks. Back from our break.
Man, during the break I looked it up.
Yeah, what did you look up?
Library of Congress.
Okay.
You ever heard of it?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
Well, you should have looked up the Aesop fables and you saw your ant and the grasshopper in there, my friend.
Oh gosh.
Also, we watched your Gary V thing, and I'm going to get him for gimmick infringement. He's still in my lines.
He is still in your lines.
Going down fishing to the pond.
He's fishing to the pond. So, Gary V, like I said, for me, that's the whole reason we're doing this podcast. Really inspiring. Like it says, you got to hear something to make you want to do something. And that's what I do. I heard it, and I says, we got to make a podcast. We got to get content, because in 50 years, this content will still be here, and my grandkids will say, that crazy old grandpa.
They'll say, thanks, Grandpa.
Thanks.
I'm going to go fishing down the holler.
I'm going to go get it. But what the video was is just, like I said, like I feel like what we're doing, we're putting in our 50 to 100 hours right now. We are learning as we go. Yes, we've got some sales. It gives you a little bit of thing, but we are learning so that in 3-6 months we can really start doing. We're doing what you did 10 years ago, but with the power of the internet, we have sped up that process
well, that's
to get
the
to
thing.
this point.
If you're interested in something, you probably already know a lot about something.
Yeah.
You've already put in the time. If you have a new hobby, like, I don't know, whatever your new hobby is,
rock climbing,
you can do the research, and you can learn what sells, what costs what. Find places to source your gripping powder, your harnesses, your lanyards, your shoes, and actually, I was in Portland, Oregon a few years ago. I went to a yard sale. I found some rock climbing shoes. They bring that up, and I sold them on eBay for a pretty good sum, if I remember right. So,
see, like you said, I mean, my thing. I've got into a lot of clothes because they're easy to ship, and I'm getting a little more into these jackets because I, can like. But some of these clothes, I'm like, holy cow, that's cool, and I know what they are, and it just makes it that much easier and that much more funner,
and they're easy to find.
Yeah.
Like there's used clothes everywhere. The barrier to entry on clothing's nothing, right?
Exactly.
So you can buy them off clearance racks.
Yeah.
You can buy them from thrift stores. You can buy them from yard sales. You can buy them from your neighbors. You can buy them from just about anywhere you go selling some sort of a clothing item.
So for me, like I said, it's more like it's the fun part. It's like I'm going to the amusement park every time.
It's like you're at that carnival.
I'd rather spend my time walking around the thrift store than go sit for 2 hours reading about Marvel comics or watching Yoda play with his Wookiee.
But here's the thing: if you're into Marvel comics and Yoda and his Wookiee, those things sell for a lot of money too. So you know your stuff.
They do.
So go source it and find that. That's what you're into.
I found some of those shirts, and I'm gonna. One thing I tried to do is I'm gonna try and double dip a bundle.
A bundler?
A bundler. So it costs so much to ship, but it doesn't cost any more to ship 1 to 2 T-shirts. Like it may be 50 cents.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together a Marvel lot, or that's what your Packers there. You're talking about that.
My Packers. I got a couple Boy Scout shirts.
Mm-hmm. Boy Scouts usually have summer camps, and they don't always wear their uniform.
Yeah. But
they have to wear shirts that have Boy Scout logos on them or whatever.
And pretty soon that's going to be changing. Pretty soon it'll be Scouts of America.
Well, either way,
rebranding.
You can still sell your shirts to those people, and they can wear them at their camps. And
there you go.
You make money on it.
I like it.
So I was going to lecture you on something I can't remember.
Well, I called you the other day when I was up Thrift, and I had man, get into that taxes, man, record keeping. Let's go on a little tax rant. I think that's what we need to do. We're heavy because it's outside of tax. I'm going to go on a pretty good tax rant. Okay, keep your records.
Yeah, I mean, you get receipts, right? They always say, "Do you want it in the bag?"
Yeah, keep your receipts. Like it says, keep it. The world of technology, you've got 8,000 pictures because when you're at the thrift store, you're sending a picture, putting it up on your group. Hey, should I buy this? Blah, blah, blah. You know.
What do you guys think about this?
That's right. Hey, I can't find any comps. What do you think? And you know what? People are more than happy to say it. They got nothing else going on.
Yeah, that's true.
But take a picture of your receipt. Okay, whether it's buying fuel. One of the biggest things is I was at an IRS audit yesterday, okay? I had to go to the IRS's audit office. On my profession, I'm an enrolled agent. Nobody knows what that really is. It's the same thing as a CPA, but all I do is I work on individual business taxes, people who make less than $5 million in gross revenue. That's my wheelhouse.
At AdamUpAccounting.com if you're interested.
There you go. Any audit representation, it's because I've been through it. I did not prepare a return, but the question is receipts. We had everything in bank statements. We had a mileage log. Like, she was doing exactly what she was supposed to be doing, but the guy was pretty nitpicky, and he told me he had that verified third-party records. And I'm like, okay, what are you referring to? And he says he needed information about, like, when you got oil changed or tires rotated. So those are the other information, which we have because everything is legitimate. Like, that's the thing is, for some reason we got pulled up, but we had it all. So if you have those records, it's going to go from a difference of them wanting $20,000 or, because we have all the records that we've kept, down to $4,000.
So you're saying somebody was audited and you went up there because you represented them and fought for them?
Yes.
So some computer program would obviously do that as well, right?
No.
But here's my question then.
No.
I have a credit card that I use for just my business purchases. Everything's on there.
Which you should be. And keep in mind, this was not a return that I prepared. It was somebody who came in and found me. So
say I'm up at the thrift stores, or I'm logging my mileage as I go and do this kind of stuff.
Yep.
I keep a track of yard sales, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm not using, like we've talked about, you do a log. if I get audited, is that going to save me with my bank statement saying, hey, I was at this thrift store on Tuesday of that day, or do I need the actual receipt in the shoebox somewhere?
That's the big question. That was the guy's thing, because we took in bank statements, and he wanted to see receipts. He wanted to see, like, the oil change to have it. It was very unique because I've had that situation before, and what we had provided was always enough, but he wanted to see an actual receipt.
Okay, well, I'm just riding the miles. I'm not doing writing off my oil changes and tire rotations. Is that something I should be doing?
Well, not necessarily writing them off because you get mileage, but you need to keep a record of that because that record is a independent, verified third party, not your brother-in-law who changed your oil.
Hey, Colbert does a good job.
I know.
I won't stand here and have you defame Colbert.
Which, speaking of that, I got a little project I need to work on with Colbert. Got to give him a call. There was somebody who was inspired by his eBay Motors podcast drop.
There you go.
So I'll work on that with Colbert. But no, that verification, like when you go get a record of that, take a picture. Like I said, we don't need the receipt. We just need to see it. But that'll say, hey, you changed your mileage at 112,000 miles. And then that gives them a point of reference so that when if you're audited, you have the availability to give that information.
And with your Google Photos and stuff, you can store pictures forever.
Absolutely. And like I said, and then it gives you organizational skills. It lets you know how much you're really spending. So that's the moral of the story is records, okay, so you can have this information. Because everything you're doing is write-offable. You know what I did? I drove up there, I started thrifting on my way back, and I had a nice lunch.
And you wouldn't tell me where you were thrifting. I said, oh, this is not, where'd you get this at? Well, I'm not going to tell you. We do a whole podcast where I tell you everything I do and everything I buy that makes me the big dollars. And when I ask you where you got your Brett Favre, or you tell you it's Jersey. No, I'm not telling you that.
Well, not when you're Googling it. Like, it's like I just found a honey hole and you're wanting me to, I'll tell you how to fish. I ain't going to take you there.
Hey, I got this spot for you. I do got a question for you coming up.
Okay.
But there's a part of the state that I don't think you've been to, the Thrift Row, where you have a Goodwill store, a Staver store, and a DI store all within the same parking lots of each other. So you can just drive from one to the other without even getting on the road and hit 3 major thrift stores.
Is that the one I was just at?
I doubt it. We'll talk off the air because no one else really cares.
Wow. Okay, no, I was going to thank you for your honey hole place. I went to the MPS store.
The pleasure was mine.
Man, I could have been there for 3 days.
You get up to the some of those places, and you better pack a lunch.
I never knew what it was. So essentially, what it is the funny thing is they had a whole bunch of Shopco trailers parked there, and Shopco just recently went out of business.
Yes.
So essentially, this was hundreds of thousands of square feet of stuff.
Merchandise. They do a few different things. They buy places to close out. They buy salvage trucks. So if a truck gets totaled, they'll just take the trailer and whatever's good on it, they'll sell. I saw something where they get the UPS and the FedEx stuff that gets lost in the mail or can't be delivered somehow. It ends up there.
There was just a really cool story about that on the reseller group.
They do all sorts of stuff. So if you're in the Utah area, it would behoove you.
Oh, definitely. MPS store up in Salt Lake and in Orem.
Store in Salt Lake and Orem. And some things are, it's the treasure hunt. Some things are priced high, some are right on, and some are just still of a deal.
And I drove around. A guy could go, they had a food market area.
You bet.
And I was looking at all, I'm like, what is this? Is this like 7 months expired? Like, who's buying it? And I looked at it, it's all 100% good stuff.
There's a few expired products. I've seen them handing out expired potato salad for free some days, and milk that's going bad the next day. You never know, man. You never know with that place.
Well, the stuff I saw was good stuff.
So here's my question for you.
All right.
So you go into a thrift store. What's your plan of attack? Where do you go first? How do you go about the thrift store? What's your
Well, yesterday, I'll be honest, because I dressed up. I'm not a shirt and tie kind of guy. I'm a jeans and a t-shirt that I.
No shirts, no shoes. You won't get his business.
That's right. I don't know what you mean by that.
But no shirt, no shoes, no service. But you don't wear those things, so you're not going to go to those places that require that.
I said shirt and tie kind of. I wear a shirt. I've got a nice t-shirt.
Well, because we're doing the podcast. But if you're home telling the kids to get off the sofa,
listen here, pal. So I was in nice clothes. I was in a button-up shirt, pants, and I decided to go thrifting. And I went and I had my first taste of the bins. Mm-hmm. I was out of place, man.
That's gonna be a whole episode. The bins. That's a good one.
If you're not familiar with the bins, the Goodwill bins, we'll get into that in more details. So, anyways, I stuck out like a sore thumb, which I didn't really care. That's the thing. I don't care. Most people aren't looking at you when you go in a thrift store. But my plan of attack, usually what I do is I kind of go down like depends on how the store's laid out. Like, I don't just beeline it for the stuff I want, because the stuff I want's usually way in the back. But then you always got to think, because you think about it like most stores, like the stuff that's closer up front is usually your higher end items, your things that they're going to make the most money on. Okay? And so I walk by like the knick-knack, like all that kind of stuff first. Again, it's not really my thing. Then I walk into the back and look at like the yard items, like the electronic items, and then I hit clothes. Mm-hmm. That's my plan of attack. Walk by the shoes. That's where I go.
Now, if your wife and kids are with you, which you've said happens, do you divide and conquer, or do you stay together?
No, I can't go down the women's aisle like that. I can't look at women's clothes like that. I just can't.
So you just split up and say...
I go my way. And like I said, that was the thing. Like, honestly, what we really did is we got 2 shopping carts. I got one, she got one. One kid went with her, one kid went with me. We wheeled ourselves over to the book section. They picked out a couple books. I went and found a pillow, let her sit on it in the cart, and they read while we walked up and down the aisles.
Hey, that's not a bad strategy. Just everyone's got their own different approach, and you always have the case of the good stuff, right?
Oh yeah,
the sacred case or whatever you want to call it, where they think that's the good stuff. So
I got kind of nervous yesterday though, because I kept finding these jackets, and I should have. I'm going to do this from now on. Like I went to the back without a cart, because I didn't know what I was going to find. Because it was again one of those places that we talked about in the past. Prices are kind of high, but I'd never been there. It's in West Valley. There you go.
Oh my.
Savers, West Valley. Shout out to Savers in West Valley. Go try and find some clothes. I just cleared them out.
Secrets revealed.
I took about 15 of the 15,000 things they have there. So no, I walked all the way to the back without a cart, and then I was like looking, and I found a few things, and I'm like, like somebody would walk by, and I like hold on to it tight.
My stuff.
And then I'm like, I gotta go get a cart. So then like I held all of it, and I walked up to the beginning, got my cart, came back.
It's weird how territorial you can get, because I'll do the same. And like people are going up and grabbing shirts and stuff. I'm like, oh no, I wonder if they got something I want. Oh, that could be good. And you're like, they're just buying a random shirt for themselves.
Yes,
I'm buying 50 shirts, and I'm the one being like, that's probably something. That's probably a good one. That's probably a $50 shirt they just got right there.
You can tell, like, you can honestly, I mean, now that I've done it enough, you can see what other people that are doing the same thing. So the guy at the MPS store, he was clearing out, like, Visine and like other little these like travel stuff. Like he had an entire cart full of it.
Yeah.
Women's feminine hygiene products. I'm like, holy cow, man, this kid's obviously onto something.
Yeah, I guess those ones are probably more your FBA fulfilled by Amazon, where they're just going to send all that stuff in.
What do you mean?
With Amazon, so we haven't really talked about this. I don't really do a lot of Amazon just because fees and different things, but it can be worth your time. And some people only do it. It's just kind of whatever you do. With Amazon, all your stuff's mainly new, right?
Yeah.
So, say that Visine. So, you're buying 50 things of Visine for $2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Say they're selling on Amazon for $20, something like that. What you're going to do is you'll get all that, you'll take it home, you'll do the process, and you'll just put it in a box and send it to a warehouse somewhere. Amazon will say, send it to this location.
Okay.
They hold it for you.
Heard about that.
And then when it sells, they go and grab it, and that's why they can do their 2-day prime shipping or whatever, because it's already in their warehouse, and you get a cut, they get a cut. You can look up and see what items are selling for, whatever prices. So I'm guessing when it's stuff like that, for the most part, that's usually Amazon sellers. At least that's been my kind of history with that.
It's a good idea. I know we haven't got much into it, so I'm going to ask you, that brings up a good point. Did you read or see the article about Amazon encouraging you to quit your job and become a full-time deliverer for them?
Yeah, I've seen that a while ago. They did the same thing where it was just they had too many employees, so it was something like, we'll just pay you to quit. They do some weird things every now and again, but yeah, I saw that one.
But now they want you because Amazon Prime is going to next day.
Yeah, that's where it kind of gets a little hairy for me. I mean, it's something if you want, it's kind of like owning your own FedEx route, right?
Yeah, that's what it is.
But I don't know. Yeah, you can go buy you a little van and be the FedEx or the Amazon guy bringing you toilet paper at 9 o'clock at night.
I've had that happen.
I know, that's why I said it.
Yeah, it's funny because now the more and more you get involved in this, I swear I see at least 2 Amazon Prime trucks on the freeway every single day now.
Yeah, I mean, if that's a business that you'd like to get into, I'm sure you'd have to handle. I don't know how they're paying mileage.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're loading you up. I'm sure you're buying your own vehicle and your own route, so to speak.
Well, the best thing is if that's something you're interested in, give us a call, Adam Up Accounting. That's all we do. We help set up businesses, and that's the perfect type of business that is our wheelhouse.
I mean, it's a good time to get in if that's something you're interested in.
Because Amazon is not going away. The internet is not going away.
And you'd be busy all November, December long. Because I guess what happened is the FedEx and the UPS and all that can't keep up with the orders. So they're saying, okay, we're going to take matters into our own hand because people were getting stuff late, getting mad, canceling memberships.
Hey, there you go.
So yeah, I mean, if you're looking to start your own business and you like driving, maybe find you a little route and say that's my area. I don't know how that works.
Well, I encourage you to just, like I said, spend the time, do the research, and start doing eBay full time, man. Full time it up.
Yeah, part time if you want part time money. I mean, that's up to you, right?
Yeah, I do have an
Little hobby shop.
have a little encouraging thing. One of my other friends talked to him about my business, what I kind of did. He worked at a big practice, and you know what he did?
He quit.
He quit and started his own.
And is he happier?
100%.
Well, that's what it's all about.
And that's it. Like, the internet has changed the world. You can do things on your own. You can do your own business. There's so many people that do it. You don't have to work for a person you don't want to. You don't have to live life for the weekends. Like, live your life every single day. Enjoy what you're doing.
Weekends, baby.
No. I live for today. I'm not working for the weekend.
You carpe diem?
Heck yeah, man.
So you know carpe diem, but you don't know the ant and the grasshopper.
Hey, did Robin Williams talk about the ant and the grasshopper?
Probably played him. I don't know.
No, come on, man.
I don't know if he did or not. Patch Adams.
Well, he was Patch Adams.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is when you work for yourself, it's just, I don't know. I haven't worked for anybody for a long time. But it's just, I enjoy every single day I go to work. Yeah, there's sometimes I don't like, but it's fun. It's fun.
That's fun.
It's fun.
You know what my dream is?
What is your dream, D-Roy?
I want to be a judge at a pie eating contest.
I might be able to make that happen for you.
If anyone's got an in, I'll travel the nation and I'll be a judge at the pie eating contest. I had me a nice strawberry cream cheese pie the other day, and I thought I should do this professionally. A banana cream, an apple, boysenberry.
This is going to be a pipe dream, but you're a rhubarb man.
Oh, rhubarb strawberry pie is delicious. Straight up rhubarb, though.
There used to be a rhubarb fest.
There used to be a rhubarb fest. There used to be an Everett fest. And now there's a podcast where you can get all the Derek that you can handle.
Well, I can't handle enough of them.
So that's my dream. You get this look on your face like you don't know what's going on.
That's not what I was gonna. I wrote something over there on my what do you call it, vision board this morning about dreams.
You got your vision board going
right behind you, just right underneath the old General George, praying by the there to know what the country should do.
Okay.
I believe it says dreams take sacrifice.
Well, I'm willing to sacrifice because I got lactate issues, so I'd have to take a lot of pills to eat all these dairy product pies. I'm willing to do that. I'm not a big coconut cream man, but if I'm in the judging atmosphere, I will handle it fairly and do my best to be impartial.
French silk.
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
Yeah, I got. The more pies I'm exposed to and get to try, the more favorites I have.
You know what? One year for Halloween, I dressed up as Billy Mays.
Yeah,
I think you'd be a spot on Duff Goldman.
Duff's got the stuff.
Duff's got the stuff, man. You got that beard, you got that receding hairline. I mean, you're right there.
Receding hairline?
Yeah.
Oh, this is a style choice.
Style choice.
I'm going to say a little off the top, please.
We got a couple friends sporting that same style.
I thought you meant Duff McKagan from Guns N' Roses.
No, not Axl Rose or Slash.
Duff McKagan.
No, Duff Goldman.
Okay.
The guy from he makes the cakes. Ace of Cakes?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious? Don't we watch the Full Food Network?
Not as much as I should, apparently.
Wow.
Apparently I'm too busy out selling on eBay.
That's true. We just talked about it. We've spent less time doing Game of
I
Thrones
went to the
marathons.
YouTube TV. The YouTube TV is altered what I'm watching.
Oh, that's good. They get you right on your thing.
It's good. I was a little nervous about it, but I have every show I want. I have all the space I want to watch my shows. They build up, and I can just binge them as I do my listings.
Get the Cincinnati Picker. You get, the listings of how to go to garage sales.
No, this is actually TV shows.
It's
just through YouTube.
TV shows.
So instead of my set, because you remember I cut the cord. And
I know
that big episode.
you're about 2 years behind.
Well, your Aesop Fable's going to tell me I'm 2 years behind. Grasshopper and the Ant tell me I'm a little behind. Anyway.
Yes, I told you you're behind.
So I went ahead and got rid of that. Got the YouTube TV. It's got all my channels I want. Unlimited DVR space. It sounds like I'm doing an ad for them, which they should be paying me to do. Anyways, it's been a good choice.
They used to, but you kept bringing in content you shouldn't be.
Not sure I have the Food Network. I guess was my point there with Duff.
If those of you don't know, he really did get his YouTube channel cut off.
Listen, if we're going to go back and forth saying what some people have done and haven't done, I'm willing to go there.
Well, you said they should have been paying you, and I said they used to pay it, but you revoked your privilege.
To promote their YouTube TV. This is just brand new on the cusp. This is a new entertainment source.
Oh, okay.
This isn't the YouTube.com Sunday Stories channel. Now you can go to DeathPiles and Taxes channel. And hopefully we don't get revoked.
Which we don't have there's no prior knowledge of that previous channel. I have no affiliation with that prior channel.
I'm going to bring it back from the dead and become a multimillionaire.
Well, good.
Just on revenues alone.
Well, I appreciate that. Well, man, I know you pushed through this episode.
I'm sorry. I didn't bring my same effort and probably my same energy. It's been a weird year. I usually get my allergies in early March, April. It kind of just hit me right. I think that's why I got it or something in my throat.
Well,
I've been chomping on cough syrup and or cough drops. I've been pushing through.
I don't know what you've been choking on.
So if you've heard me chomping on some cough drops or whatever, I apologize. But we wanted to bring this episode to you guys because we care about consistency.
You're not Joel L. Embiid and explain to us how sick you are all the time and what your problems are and why you played so bad today.
I'm Cal Ripken Jr. I show up to bat. I don't care what Kevin Costner's doing. I'm here.
The Iron Man.
The Iron Podcast Man.
There you go. Well, hey, buddy, there's two things that are certain in life.
Oh, I'll get allergies in the spring, and the grasshopper won't be ready for the winter.
Well, getting back into that, check on your family. Make sure that everyone's doing all right.
Hey, once again, shout out to, check on people. Make sure that everyone's in a good spot. Go out. Go your extra mile. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. Tell people you love them. Go the extra mile. Make sure people know you care.
Yeah, you never know what other people are going through. And like I said, be open. That's the biggest difference. Be open with people.
Somebody cuts you off on the freeway. You don't know what their day's been.
No, they might just be final day friend or wife has cancer.
You never know.
Yeah, you just never know. So, getting back to that, two things are certain.
DeathPiles and taxes.
Yeah.
I stole your line.